Chapter 11. Fang Yuan's Third Earthly Calamity. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Southern Border. Mountains were standing tall. Greenery was widespread. Mountains' winds howled endlessly. More than 10 Gu immortals, thousands of li apart, formed a huge circle. In the sky above this circle, an old Gu immortal was using his immortal essence, concentrating as he set up the formation. The framework of a formation was already placed, covering a gigantic surrounding area. A huge illusory light lump was within. This huge light lump was shining in many colors, dazzling and bright. It was the giant dream realm. After the battle of Yiqian Mountain, the place was in shambles. Spectral soul was plotted against by heaven's will. Fang Yuan obtained the fruits of his labor, and his main body was trapped in the dream realm, constantly getting weakened by it. Even though the southern border Gu immortals did not know about the details of the Battle of Yiqian Mountain, they knew about the immense benefits involving this giant dream realm. The Gu immortals here came from the respective righteous path super forces in southern border. After a difficult negotiation, they came to an agreement. They were going to control this giant dream realm together. This dream realm was too important. None of the super forces could take it down alone. They were afraid of the demonic path and lone immortals coming to gain benefits. Thus, the righteous path joined up and occupied this place, setting up a super Gu formation here, so that they could slowly devour the benefits of the dream realm later on. Rise! The old Gu immortal in the sky suddenly shouted. Profound light shone from all directions around his body. Following him, the southern border righteous path Gu immortals put in effort. Large amounts of immortal essence was expended. Countless mortal Gu were flying. Immortal Gu flew out of the Gu immortals one by one, landing in their respective spots. Many Gu immortals were sweating and nervous. Some of them had trembling fingers. They had already spent 9 days and nights here setting up the Gu formation. Now they were at a crucial moment of arranging the Super Gu formation. They are about to succeed. Are we not taking action yet? If we don't do it now, sigh, there is no chance. Around them, there are hidden Gu immortal experts. I suspect they have immortal Gu houses defending them. In that case, conversations were quietly taking place. Demonic Path and lone immortals understood the value of this giant dream realm. Even without this dream realm, this place had undergone a mysterious battle. There might be some Gu immortal corpses or inheritances left behind. They were all treasures. But the righteous path Gu immortals acted with caution. They did not give these demonic path and lone immortals any chance. Without any chance, these Gu immortals wisely chose to retreat. Boom! With a loud sound, a huge pillar of light burst up into the sky. The pillar of light appeared quickly and vanished just as quickly. A huge Super Gu formation gradually concealed itself, vanishing from the immortals' sights. After so much hard work, it is finally completed. The old Gu immortal who set up the formation slowly descended. The righteous path Gu immortals gathered together. In setting up this formation, my Wu clan used 5 immortal Gubber, thus 30% of this dream realm should belong to my Wu clan. Haha, this makes sense. But my Luo tribe contributed just as many immortal Gu as your Wu clan. What are you talking about? If we did not work together and used our immortal essence, could we have created this Super Gu formation? In my opinion, in terms of contribution, my clan's first supreme elder, Yu, was the main person in charge of setting up the formation. He definitely ranks as the highest contributor. Even though the Super Gu formation was set up, the righteous path Gu immortals had not decided how to split up the super dream realm yet. At once, sounds of discussion became louder and louder. They were progressing towards an argument. Arguments would have no use in terms of getting a result, of course. The righteous path Gu immortals left unhappily, starting to plan for their own share of this pie. A few days later, Shangliang Mountain. Xin Xiai greets Lady Qing Ting. Shang Xin Xiai paid her respects. Shang Qing Ting looked at Shang Xin Xiai, nodding in satisfaction. I was right about you. You have done well as the clan leader. The members of Shang clan are starting to show some unity. I was able to achieve this all thanks to Lady Qing Qing's nurturing, Shang Xin Ci said with sincere gratitude. Shang Qing Qing went into the main topic immediately. I called you to come here because I have some questions. After becoming clan leader, the first thing you did was to get rid of the arrest warrants of the black and white demons. But do you know that brother He Tu of yours is not Fang Zhong? He is Fang Yuan instead. Fang Yuan? Shang Xin Ci was perplexed. She did not expect that Lord Shang Qingting had called for her to talk about brother He Tu. After Shang Xin Ci became Shang clan leader, her vision had broadened. She learned many secrets. She knew that the beautiful lady in front of her was a high and mighty Gu immortal who transcended mortals. This Gu immortal was actually talking to her regarding a mortal Gu master. How could she not be confused? Shang Qing had a solemn expression as she said, Xin Xi, you have to listen to my following words very carefully. They are very important. Yes, I will listen and learn. This black demon that you know of as Fang Zhong, his real name is Gu Yuan. He has a startling background. He is not an ordinary person. He appeared out of nowhere and is extremely dangerous. He is a demonic path Gu immortal. He committed a huge crime. Not only southern border, but central continent, eastern sea, northern plains, and western desert Gu immortals are all pursuing him now. Shang Qingting said in a solemn tone. Shang Xin. Ci opened her mouth. She was in shock. At once she felt like her ears were playing tricks on her. Since when did brother He Tu become an immortal? And he was so dangerous that Lady Shang Qingting felt wary of him. Don't suspect your hearing. Why would I joke about these things? You and the demon Fang Yuan had some friendship back then. Tell me everything about it now. Shang Qingting questioned. Yes. Shang Xin Ci regained her senses after some time. She began to recall. I first met brother He Tu in the merchant caravan. He was such a kind person. He saved me from that horrible predicament. Shang Xin Ci recalled the past. As she got deeper into it, a hint of tenderness was showing on her face. Throughout the process, Shang Qingting listened on the side, not saying a word. After Shang Xin Ci finished, she mustered up her courage and tried to explain for Fang Yuan. Lady Qingting, is there a misunderstanding? Brother Fang Yuan is clearly a mortal Gu master. How can he be such a great demon? Haha, Shang Qingting showed a mocking smile. If he is not a great demon, who is? His craftiness and deviousness is not something you can imagine. He turned the entire northern plains Gu immortal world upside down. Central continent's heavenly court has not even managed to catch him yet. Nobody knows where he is, or what evil scheme he is planning next. Your encounter with him might not be as simple as you think. I can tell that there was a scheme involved in this. Do you know? Because of your relationship with him, my Shang clan is facing great pressure from southern borders Gu immortals. From now on, you have to keep a clear distance between you and him. There cannot be any relationship between the two of you. Be a good Shang clan leader. You may leave. Shang Xin. Ci could only leave. You are letting her go? After Shang Xin Ci left, a figure appeared, standing beside Shang Qingting. He was thin and looked very pale. It was Shang clan's Gu immortal Shang Tan Mo. Shang Qingting smiled. What else can I do? Shang Tan Mo said solemnly, we cannot listen to her words alone. We need to soul search and see it for ourselves. Shang Qingting smiled even wider now. Look at this. Saying this, she stretched out her hand from her sleeve. Her hand was no longer a human hand. It was like a twig. There were flowers growing on her nails. Shang Tan Mo saw it and was dazed. I forgot that you have this immortal killer move. It is more reliable than soul searching. I already know all of Fang Yuan's interactions in Shang Clan City. He came here for a fortuitous encounter in cultivation, as expected and worthy of the user of Spring-Autumn Cicada. This is nothing much. He did not set up any hidden schemes after all, Shang Qingting said. Shang Tan Mo nodded. Then I am assured. But how will we explain this to the outsiders? Shang Qingting smiled coldly. Them? They are just using Fang Yuan as an excuse to get a bigger share of the dream realm. Now that I have this result, I can shut their mouths. Shangtan Mo's eyes shined. He looked up, his gaze pierced Shangliang Mountain as he looked at the giant dream realm. Maybe my Shang clan's Gu immortals have been too polite for a long time. People think we are no longer adept at fighting. The situation was still changing. Over in northern plains, the battle at Hay Tribe had ended. There were just some loose ends. The righteous and demonic factions, as well as the lone immortals, had their own gains. Hay Tribe was history. Bai Zhu Tribe took them over and changed the situation in the Gu immortal world. In southern border, they were fighting over the giant dream realm. The righteous path Gu immortals worked together and managed to keep the demonic path and lone immortals out of it. But within the righteous path itself, a competition for shares of the giant dream realm was about to begin. No matter where and when, people will always fight over benefits and resources. More than 10 days passed like this. Northern Plains, Northern Icy Plain. Fang Yuan placed his immortal aperture, looking at the sky, muttering, "Finally, this is the third earthly calamity." Heaven and earth chi rumbled. There were no clouds or fog. There was a peculiar and strange scene of tranquility in the sovereign and immortal aperture. Flying birds appeared from thin air. They were glowing with a slight green light. They flew extremely quickly. In Fang Yuan's vision, he saw long lines of light caused by their movement. The cry of the birds was extremely crisp, filled with endless vitality. Spring dawn, Jade Oriole. Fang Yuan's pupils shrunk. He recognized these flying birds. They might have tiny bodies, like sparrows, but they were genuine desolate beasts. These birds are very special among desolate beasts. They have a lot of rule path life down marks in their bodies, but they have very short lifespans. After the egg hatches, they can fly in the skies immediately. Everywhere they go, their down marks will rain down and change the terrain of the environment, pouring down endless life force. After a dozen or so breaths of time, their lifespan would be expended and they would die. Fang Yuan muttered in his mind. He could see that in this area of many northern plains, the thin layer of ice on the ground was already starting to have sprouts growing out of them. Soon, under the influence of the spring dawn, Jade Orioles, grass grew taller, rapidly growing, and there were even wildflowers mixed among them. What is going on? What earthly calamity is this? Heaven's will is trying to help me develop my immortal aperture? Fang Yuan was confused.